guys. I guess I just want to come on here and talk about my workday and just how frustrating it is when you say something to somebody at a job and it somehow gets back to the general manager because apparently everyone's friends, right? But then when you're the new hire, you just kind of learn after a certain point not to make friends at work. So I work at an Arby's, okay? And I don't even remember who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they apparently told the general manager, because why wouldn't they, right? Apparently, the general manager basically twisted my words around and wanted to say that I said she was a bad manager. And I'm like, that's not what I said. Okay, that is absolutely not what I said. I said I heard someone say that you are. I didn't say that you were. And that's one thing I hate about fast food jobs is because the managers, they don't care about you, okay? They care about their paycheck, not the employees, okay? They don't care who they're in charge of. They don't give a shit, okay? They do not care about your mental health. They don't care about your feelings. All they care about at the end of the day is the fact that they make more money than you, and they're getting a fat paycheck, and you're making minimum wage. It sucks because minimum wage paychecks, they suck, I don't even make $600 a month doing part-time because I barely get scheduled. And minimum wage, I live in Nebraska, so minimum wage just went up on the first of the year from $12 to $13.50 an hour. And so, I don't make very much, and the managers make more than us anyway. That's how it is at every job. But at my job, the general manager apparently is starting to have problems with me, and honestly, I'm about to just quit this job and be done. Because I'm not going to deal with someone sitting here getting mad at me over, oh, I heard this and I heard that. Why is it your business? Why is it your business what I said? Keep my name out your mouth. Yeah, I had your name in my mouth, but that's because I heard something about you. I didn't say that's what I thought about you because I don't know you that well. Okay, I've barely ever worked with my general manager. Well, okay, my new general manager. I liked the one from Lincoln. She was nicer. The one I have now, no. She's a bitch. She's a total bitch. I know that this video is probably not gonna be the video that goes viral on my YouTube channel. But I'm just saying, working fast food sucks. If you've never had a fast food job, you know what it's like when you say something about someone and then they just want to twist it around and say they heard something else. Then she was trying to say, oh, well, I heard you talk about breaks or something, that you're entitled to them. And I tried telling her that no, someone said something to me about their breaks, that I was talking to somebody else about their breaks. And she goes, oh, okay, in a really snotty way. And it's like, dude, I'm sorry, but she was being very unprofessional about it. She called me out in front of everybody else that was there. Instead of doing the professional thing and taking me in the back to talk to me, separately by myself and without an attitude and treating me like a human, no. She wants to call me out in front of all my coworkers, say something I did not say, twist my words around, and just very unprofessional, twisting my words around, basically getting a snotty attitude with me for no reason. As a general manager, if you're having an issue with somebody, you need to privately talk to them. You need to talk to them like they're a human being. Not sit there and treat them different from everybody else, or just because you think so, call them out in front of just everybody. No, you don't do that. You do not call them out in front of every other employee to give somebody, an argument or something to hear because people like drama. This is what I'm sick of in fast food jobs, is these managers basically taking advantage of people, thinking that they can just, be a dick to you whenever they feel like, or as soon as they hear something bad about themselves, it's an issue. It's just automatically an issue because they want drama and gossip. They just want drama. They just want to cause an issue with you for no reason, And honestly, I think I'm about to quit this job because I'm not gonna sit here and deal with the manager down my throat because she has some beef against me and doesn't like me or whatever, just because I'm me. I'm sorry you don't like me. It's not my fault. Not my fault you don't like me. Okay? And most of the people I work with are plus size people. And the fact that 2 other employees were basically giving me a dirty look when after she talked to me, basically tried to avoid me most of the day like the plague. Like I can tell who the general manager's friends are. Like, y'all are on her side, not mine. Like, ain't nobody likes me. This is why I don't try to make friends when I go to jobs. Just because of things like this. Because managers in general, not just the general managers, but all of the managers in general, as soon as they can have a problem with you, they're doing it. They're having an issue with you, no matter what you did. You could, I don't know, you could put the fries in the wrong thing, and they'd have an issue about it, you know? And it's stupid. It really is. Like, it's really dumb that, you know, I've been at this job for about 2 months now, and the manager's already having issues with me. Like, that's great. You know, and it's stupid, because the last job I was at Scooters, and that manager was 21. I'm like, somebody who's 2 years older than me is supposed to tell me what to do, because you're the manager and you're just over me. And they got mad because I didn't follow because I didn't follow their policy. Like, I'm sorry I got sick and called out. Like, I gave you a 12-hour notice. I texted the group chat 12 hours ahead and said that I was sick and could not come in. I was not, and then they told me that I still was obligated to cover my shift, even though I was sick. Like, I'm sorry, you want me to come in and get everybody else sick because I'm still obligated to cover a shift because nobody else could cover it, and you want to be mad because you're short-staffed? Like, there are so many places that are just fine short-staffed, and they still want to have a big freak out over it. Like, Arby's, if they want to lose me, honestly, I think I'm actually a really good employee when it comes to jobs. And I get in there, I do my job, do what I'm supposed to do, and I go home. Like, I'm just there for my paycheck, and that is it. Not there to make friends. Not there for people to like me. It would be nice if, you know, people would, you know, just leave me alone and not try to start something with me. So you just do my job and get out of there. But sadly, in this society and in reality, you can't just go to a job anymore and do your job and get out. No. Someone always is wanting to have a problem, whether it's a customer or another employee, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, there's so much crazy stuff that happens anymore in this world. You know, there's so many stories anymore nowadays of people going into fast food restaurants and shooting employees because something wasn't made right, or they didn't get a refund, or whatever the problem may have been, you know. I guess I just came on here to vent about fast food, why it sucks, you know, on all of that. Like, it does suck, 'cause I've worked 6 different jobs, basically, being as old as I am. So I've been working since I was 16. I'm 19 now. I've worked at a bowling alley. That bowling alley sucks. That owner was not very nice. Worked at Runza. That's here where I live, in my little town in Nebraska. And when it comes to doing job applications, I don't put runs on any of those applications at all. I really don't. Like, the bowling alley wasn't even really a job. We had to beg the owner for our paychecks. Me and my sister did. And I ever got 2 paychecks within the, 2-3 months that I worked there. Only ever got 2 paychecks from him. And I was lucky that they didn't bounce on me. I was lucky enough they didn't bounce, thank God. But, and then after Runza, I worked there for 5 weeks, and then I dipped out, went to KFC. I was there for a year. I quit that because one of the workers that started working there, because she'd been there for a week and was trying to tell me what to do, and that's I had been there for a year, and she was trying to tell me how to do my job. And I was like, just because you worked in fast food your whole life don't mean you need to come tell me how to do my job. No. So I quit that job. I ended up going and working at a bar up in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I actually really liked that job. I ended up being a host. I wanted to be a server, but I couldn't because of my age. You have to be 19 in Nebraska to be a server. So I ended up being a host. I actually really liked that job. You really didn't do much. Really not. You honestly just basically stood there and showed people their sections. That was about it. I don't understand exactly why they fired me. Like, they told me why, but I think they were just trying to get rid of me. To be honest with you, like, I think they were just trying to get rid of me because they had too many people on their payroll. That's what a lot of jobs will do. They'll take you to the back room, tell you, oh, we have to let you go for this reason. And it's usually just because they have too many people on the payroll. Like, there's jobs like that. And that's what they do. And, like, if you've seen this video and had these same issues, like, if you've seen this video and you work fast food, or you've worked fast food, or you're thinking about it, like, if you're thinking about working fast food from retail, stay in retail. Do not go to fast food just because you think it's easy. And just because you, like, I'm sorry, but, like, fast food, like, yes, it can be really easy, but either customers or coworkers make it a pain in the ass to do your job correctly every day. I'm telling you, like, it's not easy anymore just going to a job so you can, do what you're supposed to do, do the work and get the paycheck. No. Anymore, somebody has to cause a problem along the lines, which causes good employees to quit. And I've been watching videos say, good employees do not quit jobs, they quit managers. Which is honestly what I've done a few times, because I'm just sick of bad management. Like, I'm sick of toxic workplaces and all of that. I'm sick of it. So, I was saying, I worked at a sports bar after KFC. I got let go for that one. And then after that, I worked at Walmart. Worked there for like 3 months. I worked at the sports bar for like, 1-2 months, something like that. I worked at Walmart for 3 months, and then I quit that one when I was pregnant. So I was working in sports bar when I was pregnant. I quit Walmart when I was like 8 months pregnant. I worked there for 3 months. And then I had my daughter, didn't work for like the 12 weeks or whatever it was. And then me and my boyfriend both got jobs together at McDonald's at night, like 5 to 10 every night. That's just like how it was. We got jobs 5 to 10 at McDonald's together. He was cooking and I was on service because they didn't want couples to be on the same thing, which I get it. Like, they're nice. They were nice enough to let us work there together as a couple. And there was another couple that worked on the shift with us. They were actually really nice people. But again, like, his girlfriend worked on service with where I was working, and then service basically being like front of the house stuff, like lobby, drive through, that. And then the fry cooks, they would like, cook the burgers, nuggets, all that. So that's what the guys mostly did, and all the women were just kind of up front. That's just how we had it at that point. I worked there, me and my boyfriend worked there for about a month, and then I went to KFC again for a second time. I only lasted there about 3 months a second time, and I'm like, nope, can't do this. It was overwhelming. I had made a video on social media. People got upset about it, so I took it down. I basically got upset because you can't be making those videos, which is stupid, but like, whatever. Like, I was upset and ranting because customers are rude. Customers can be very rude when it comes to returning food and stuff like that. And then after KFC, it took me a month to get another job. That's when I ended up at Scooters. And then I worked there for like 2 months. I ended up just not even going back after I got sick, because they said if I called in again for being sick, I was going to be terminated. So I just decided, you know what, no call, no show, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I was not going to do that because, like, I was sick. I was so sick to the point where if I could only get out of bed if I had to go puke or go to the bathroom. That was it. And I was constantly, like clockwork, going and puking, or, Niagara Falls out the butt. It was bad. I was pretty sick. And then after that, I ended up getting a job at Arby's. And I don't know what it was, but it took forever for me to actually start that job. Like, that, honestly, that should have been the first red flag, was when I got hired, but then they took like a month to get me in there to get me started. And that was ridiculous. It was stupid. Like, and now the general manager I have, she was being trained up in Lincoln apparently. Then she came back down to our store, and now she wants to sit here and have a problem with me. And it's like, you know what? I'm not doing this crap. I honestly think that I'm not even gonna go to the Saturday meeting. I think I'm just gonna quit after that point and just be done, because I don't want to deal with that manager anymore. I'm sick of people like her creating toxic work environments and expecting people to be okay with it, because I'm not okay with that. If I was okay with it, I'd keep coming in and dealing with it. But am I okay with it? No, because I'm gonna quit. That's, like, I'm sorry, but I'm not okay to it to the point where I'm gonna quit my job. Like, I'm just gonna no fun no show, delete everything, not be on the, group app no more, none of that. Because I'm not dealing with it. I'm sick of it. I'm not going back to that job. I will probably work my Wednesday shift, and after that, I'm just not even gonna show up anymore. And I'm not dealing with it. Like, I can't. Like, I'm sick of toxic work environments. I just cannot, like, and the reason I quit KFC the first time was because of a coworker, but also because of, like, understaffing issues. And that's why I quit the second time from KFC, was understaff issues. Like, it was understaffed, and it sucked really bad. It was great paychecks, don't get me wrong, but it sucked so bad. And I had a manager. I liked the manager and stuff, but every time she'd get overwhelmed or stressed out, she would just start having a mental breakdown in the middle of the shift. Just mental breakdown. That was it. It was a whole thing, because it would overwhelm everybody. We would all get overwhelmed, upset. It was a whole thing. But yeah, I just want to come on here and basically vent about workplaces and basically the fast food industry, because it sucks. It really sucks. If you're somebody that works in retail that is thinking about going to fast food, you can try. Everyone's experiences are different. But a lot of people like me, there's a lot of people who've had experiences like me that know for a fact that fast food just sucks, management sucks. Not everyone's gonna treat you nice. Like, you can't make friends. Okay, if you start a new job, fast food job, you gotta be careful who you choose your friends to be, because you say the wrong thing about the wrong person, it's probably gonna get back to that person, and it's gonna be a whole thing. And that's what happened to me today with my general manager, is it just caused a whole thing that I don't want to deal with, because I have this feeling that if I keep going in there and having to deal with her, it's going to be this whole, she's going to confront me every single time about something else, or try to have an issue with me about something else, until I quit. And honestly, I'm just going to do no fun, no shows at this point, because it's not worth my mental health. Like, fast food jobs are not worth putting your mental health at risk for. Like, work environments are probably better when you have, like, great management, nice managers that understand and care. And fast food policies really suck. They have very unrealistic expectations. It's not right. Unrealistic expectations of fast food really does suck. Everybody has their different rules. Every company has their different rules about, call outs and everything like that, and how many hours ahead you have to give a notice, and sometimes and there are fast food places that can't just understand that things happen. Okay, so people die, stuff happens, people have to go to the emergency room, there are jobs that don't understand that. There are places that will literally just fire you right then and there when you have an emergency, because they don't care. Because they see you employees as, oh, you're replaceable. Oh, I'm just going to replace you. And honestly, the other reason I'm probably going to quit this job is I barely get any hours. I barely get scheduled. And, I was getting scheduled, just on weekends for a minute. And it's like, okay, I see how it is, And my boyfriend, he gets at least 20 hours every week, but he makes more than I do. He makes $14.25 an hour. I make $13.50 an hour. You know, but it's really not that much for paychecks. When I barely get hours. Like, I don't even get, honestly, I don't even get 15 hours every week. I'm lucky if I get 10. I'm gonna be honest, I'm lucky if I even get 10 hours every week at my job that I make minimum wage at. Part-time job and I barely get any hours. So yeah, my paychecks are bad. And I'm sure there are other people that are gonna see this video and be like, yep, same thing. There are so many of us in this day and age that have experienced having minimum wage and barely getting hours as a part-time person. And as a parent now, it sucks because you can't be making minimum wage as a parent. Because if you do, you better be working full-time to make sure that you can provide for your child. And it sucks. It really does. It sucks when you know that you have someone else that has to depend on you, and you have to, be making enough to, provide and support for somebody else. But yeah, like, just some advice if you are thinking about going into fast food from some other industry. Honestly, definitely watch your back. Watch your back. Like, be careful who you make friends with. Watch your back because you never know what's gonna happen. You don't know if somebody's just gonna turn around, backstab you, and you never know what's gonna happen. You really have to be careful in these fast food industries anymore because managers, they ain't your friend. They only care about their paychecks. They are not your friend. They make more than regular employees do at every job, apparently. And it really is stupid. Okay. And I also think that it is stupid that at some jobs where managers make more than regular employees, that managers still get tips. Like barista jobs, like at Scooters, managers get the tips too. But honestly, for me, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. I do not think that is fair that they make, $16 to $18 an hour, whatever it may be, and they're still getting tips too, as where a regular barista employee is making minimum wage. Like, I'm sorry, what world are we living in where, like, why do we have to live in a world where managers also get tips, but they're making more than regular employees? Like, why can't the paychecks be equal for once? Why can't it be fair? Why can't it be equal? That's why I don't understand. Like, fast food industry, that stuff is not fair at all. Things are not fair. People are not nice. And that's just how it is anymore. And a lot of people are calling my generation, Gen Z, lazy because, we don't want to have jobs. Like, no, bro. It's not that we don't want to have jobs. We have shitty management. We have bad managers. Maybe if the generation above us, some of the managers, maybe if you guys would treat us better and give us more respect, we might actually want to keep a job. We would keep a job if people treated us a little nicer. Being nice makes a big difference when it comes to management. Like crappy managers, that's why people quit jobs. Because of crappy management. Because things either aren't getting managed right, or managers are just treating you like absolute shit. And that's what happens, and that's what happened to me. I've had bad management, I've been treated like shit, and I'm sick of it. I'm not gonna sit there and go to work every day to put my mental health at risk for a job that, like, if I'm lucky, gives me 10 hours a week. Okay, really? A job that's only gonna give me 10 hours a week? Are you serious? Like, I tell you I want part-time, and you're only gonna give me 10 hours a week. Part-time. Like, I have a child to support with my boyfriend, and I can't even get, and I make minimum wage. Like, usually when people are making minimum wage at a job, they schedule them as many hours as possible. They don't give you barely anything. The only reason a manager would give you barely any hours is because that manager does not like you, but they don't want to say it to your face. Because they don't know how to just tell you they don't like you. And that's what upsets me, is the fact that I'm sure some of my managers haven't liked me and they just don't say it to my face. It's like, if you don't like me, I'll leave right now. I'll clock out and leave. Like, bye. Never see you again. You know? Like, yeah, I've walked out on jobs. I've just up and quit. You know, it is what it is. I mean, the first time I quit a job, I felt bad. Like, I put my 2 weeks in when I did it at Runza and KFC. Like, honestly, I never want to go back to Runza just because it's the same general manager as last time, and I'm not about to do that again. No, because I basically put my 2 weeks in after working there for 5 weeks. Because there was a week they didn't even put me on schedule when I put my 2 weeks in. I wasn't even on schedule that week. And it was really stupid. You know? And at Arby's, I'm surprised they ain't done that to me yet. Because there's been times where I only work once a week. It's like, okay, I can't even get 5 hours. Like, awesome. It sucks. It really does. And this whole video, honestly, was just about how bad fast food sucks and just how shitty the fast food industry is. And, you know, people wonder why fast food restaurants are short-staffed. It's because of how the employees get treated. And there's a lot of people that don't know that because they've never worked fast food. And there's a lot of people that sit there and judge and think it's one way, but it's like, if you haven't worked fast food, you can't judge. You don't know what we go through as employees. You don't know how the managers treat us. Like, you don't know how we get treated. Like, I've never been a manager, and honestly, I never want to be. The only reason I would ever do it is because of the paycheck. That's the only reason that some people are managers, is because they know the paychecks are going to be better. They don't care about their employees. That's how a lot of people are, sadly, in this day and age. They don't care about the people below them. They just care about that paycheck and getting out of there. And, you know, that's what some of us minimum wage boys care about. We just want a paycheck and we just want to go home. You know? And I hate being stuck in these jobs that I hate. I'm sick of it, you know? I'm sick of going to these jobs where I barely get hours and I'm working minimum wage. And people don't like me, but they can't just tell me, hey, I don't like you, that's why I don't schedule it. You know, if people were honest, that's what they'd say. And it sucks, it does, but it is what it is. But yeah, just, if you're thinking about going to fast food as a career or something, just watch your back, be careful who you become friends with, because it's not always the best. People aren't always the nicest. So I guess just be careful. Yeah. And there's so many things. If things are going wrong at your job and you want to quit, honestly, if you think you could get them for a wrongful termination lawsuit, start recording on your phone every day before you go to work. Like, put your phone on record, have it recording your whole shift. That's what I've actually been told that some people do, and that's what my boyfriend's been doing, because we think that might try to fire him, because there's some people trying some crap with him, and my general manager's trying stuff with me, and honestly, I'm just gonna quit, because I'm done. I'm not gonna deal with it anymore. I'm not gonna deal with going in just for her to sit there as soon as I get in there. You know, like today, I almost turned around and walked back out of the store. I almost didn't clock in. I almost just left. And said, no, I'm not doing this. Like, I about left them short-staffed today. I really didn't care. I about left them short-staffed. I really wouldn't have cared. You know, there's places that they're short-staffed, and honestly, I don't feel bad for them. Because of the management. The management drives employees away. And that's why so many customers don't understand. Is because of how bad employees get treated. That's why they don't stay at a job. That's why a lot of the fast food places anymore are short-staffed, because customers don't understand that the employees get treated like shit. Like, some of the managers do not care about us. They treat us like absolute dog shit. And it's bad. It's bad. But yeah, so that was just my video venting about, you know, fast food, what happened to my job today. Yeah, and it's just, fast food sucks, man. It sucks.